What does it mean to be the strongest bear on Earth? Among roaring grizzlies, elusive black bears, and mythic polar beasts, there's one contender that towers above the rest, the Kodiak bear. Today, we're diving into a showdown of pure strength, savage survival, and evolutionary supremacy. Just how strong is the Kodiak bear compared to all other bears on the planet? Meet the king of coastal Alaska. The Kodiak bear isn't just a bear, it's a walking tank, born of isolation and built for battle. A subspecies of the brown bear, Kodiaks are found only on the remote Kodiak archipelago in Alaska. And thanks to something biologists call island gigantism, these bears are enormous. Adult males regularly exceed 1,400 pounds. Some have reached over 1,500. They can grow up to 8 feet long and stand nearly 5 feet tall at the shoulder. And they're not just big, they're densely muscled, with skeletal structures made for lifting, digging, climbing, and dominating. Scientists estimate that a Kodiak bear could bench press 5,000 pounds, more than a hippo, and their jaws, a crushing 1,250 pounds per square inch of bite force. That's more than enough to snap bones like twigs and rip through solid muscle. But just how does that stack up against their fellow bears? Let's start with the most common, the American black bear. Black bears are found throughout the United States and Canada. Agile, smart, and surprisingly strong for their size. They typically weigh between 120 to 550 pounds and can grow up to 6.5 feet long. Though much smaller than Kodiaks, they still pack a punch, especially for their size. Black bears have been seen flipping 300-pound boulders with a single paw. They're clever enough to open jars, climb trees like acrobats, and even sneak into campsites with ninja-like stealth. A black bear may be able to lift 300 pounds per claw. Impressive? Absolutely. But Kodiak bears are 3 to 4 times the size of a black bear and 3 to 4 times stronger. If a black bear somehow found itself on Kodiak Island, it probably wouldn't stay long. Now let's visit China. Meet the giant panda. Cuddly? Sure. Harmless? Not quite. These bamboo-loving giants grow up to 6 feet long and weigh around 220 to 260 pounds. Though their diet is mostly plants, they are bears, and they've got the strength to prove it. Their bite force is measured at 291 pounds per square inch at the canine teeth and 408 pounds per square inch at the molars. That's a lot for a bear that doesn't even weigh 300 pounds. We've seen zoo footage where a panda latches onto a tourist and tosses them like a rag doll. So yes, pandas are powerful, but next to a Kodiak, it's like comparing a plush toy to a freight train. From the bamboo forests of China, let's head to the icy edges of Russia. Meet the Ussuri brown bear, another subspecies of the brown bear, and one of the few strong enough to regularly battle Siberian tigers. These bears can weigh between 500 and 1,300 pounds, stand 3 to 5 feet at the shoulder, and are known to overpower big cats. in one-on-one battles. Their bite, about 1,000 psi. These are fearsome predators, but even they fall short of the Kodiak's power. Though their size rivals the Kodiak at times, they lack the thick muscle layers and sheer island-forged bulk that makes the Kodiak the king. Let's now journey to Southeast Asia and meet the smallest bear in the world, the sun bear. Standing barely over 2 feet at the shoulder and weighing no more than 150 pounds, these bears may be small, but they're fierce. Agile tree climbers, armed with 4-inch claws and a 10-inch tongue, they rip into tree bark to extract insects. They're nature's little ninja bears, but strength, compared to a Kodiak, it's not even a contest. The Kodiak is 10 to 15 times heavier and exponentially stronger. From the tropics, we climb to the Andes Mountains of South America to meet the Andean bear, also known as the spectacled bear. These are the only bears native to South America and are the last surviving species of the short-faced bear family. They're agile, muscular climbers, and they can scale trees 80 feet high. Weighing up to 440 pounds, Andean bears are quick, strong, and mostly herbivorous. Only 5% of their diet is meat, and their jaws, while powerful, aren't built for the same crushing force as a Kodiak's. They're roughly a third the size of a Kodiak, and that's the difference right there. Let's circle back to North America and meet the grizzly bear. But so do instinct, evolution, and adaptation. The Kodiak bear is more than just a collection of muscle and mass. It is a living monument to survival, shaped by icy storms, rugged mountains, and a diet that fuels monstrous growth. It didn't become the strongest by accident. It became the strongest because it had to. Imagine standing on the misty shores of Kodiak Island. The air is still, the forest is quiet, and then a branch snaps. The earth seems to shift beneath your feet. Out from the trees emerges a beast, towering, hulking, ancient, a Kodiak bear in its full glory. No bars, no fences, no zoo glass, just you and the living legend of Alaska. This bear isn't just another apex predator. It's the heavyweight champion of the bear world. Bigger than the grizzly, thicker than the panda, stronger in bite than the polar bear. And unlike its Arctic cousin, the Kodiak rules not with speed or stealth, but with sheer, immovable presence. Its strength is not flashy, it's foundational. The Kodiak doesn't sprint after prey. It waits, it watches, and when it moves, the forest gives way. And yet, for all its brute force, the Kodiak is also a part of a delicate balance, a keystone of its ecosystem, a silent guardian of a wild, remote world where time still follows the rhythm of the tides, not the clock. That is the paradox of the Kodiak, fierce yet grounded, terrifying yet majestic, solitary yet vital. So next time you see a bear documentary or hear someone speak of grizzlies, pandas, or polar titans, ask yourself, who would you rather have beside you if the wild got truly wild? For us, there's only one answer: the Kodiak. And while most of us will never meet one face to face, thankfully, learning about them reminds us of how powerful, beautiful, and utterly humbling nature can be. So if you love powerful animals, evolutionary battles, and nature's untamed glory, make sure you join us on this journey. Hit that like button to pay tribute to the Kodiak. Subscribe to Super Stubborn Animal to never miss another wild comparison. And share this video with someone who still thinks the grizzly is king. Because strength isn't just about the numbers, it's about legacy. And the Kodiak bear's legacy: unshakable. Stay wild, stay stubborn, stay legendary with Super Stubborn Animal.